In the beginning, there was man, and for a time, it was good. Thanks to the development of Mako energy, the world prospered. Light overflowed the ground's surface, but at the same time, the shadows turned a shade darker. It was thought that this thriving light and shadow, built by a single enterprise, the Shinra Electric Power Company, would be a sight that endured forever. But at what cost?
Kingdom Hearts 3 cannot get here fast enough. I love the series and fell in love with the franchise back when it first released. Having waited for the game for what seems forever, playing it is no longer the number one reason I'm waiting for its release. We will finally be getting some news surrounding the elusively quiet Final Fantasy VII Remake once Kingdom Hearts 3 has settled down. Some speculate April, but right now, the hype is real for me. Now with the incoming news, whenever it comes out, will surely be some explanations with regards to a whole number of things. Battle mechanics, world mechanics, and so on. Will it be a major update of the development of the game? I can only hope so, considering the radio silence for the last 2 years or so. Now I know we in the Western world recently discovered some new stuff about the upcoming project through an interview done in 2007, which enlightened us to a few new things, most notably that the game will be linear in story. Now, before you grab your pitchforks, I just want to say that the original game was also very linear in story. In fact, the only game in the numbered franchise that wasn't linear was the first one. The Final Fantasy series, up until Final Fantasy IX, was very good at disguising this by giving us the world map, which gave us the illusion of a non-linear story. But the fact is, you were still forced to trigger story events if you wanted to progress to the next area. That, my fellow Final fanatics, does not an open world make. So I'm actually pretty happy with that announcement, because it means that they are steering clear of the open world mechanics from Final Fantasy XV. Now don't get me wrong, I like the open world nature of it, but there's no doubt it took a lot away from the story elements Final Fantasy is most known for. Could Square Enix find a balance between the two? Most likely, but using FF7 to do so isn't the right move, I feel. So I'm happy with the decision. What I'm most interested to learn about with the upcoming news is more about the combat system. The recently discovered interview confirmed that major elements from the original game were staying, but it was confirmed to be an action-oriented game. I'm just going to stop here for a moment and just say quickly that I'm not going to be talking about the recently discovered news very much, but the Night Sky Prince does a fantastic job of explaining what it's all about, so click the card in the corner if you want to find out more. But make sure you open a new tab and keep watching here. Alright? Cool. We also learned through previous trailers and news that we would be able to switch characters mid-combat and control anybody in our party. So the confirmation of the action style combat was music to my ears, because it meant that we can explore other character traits more intimately with this new combat system, assuming they retain the ability to switch characters seamlessly. Now, assuming this is all true, this brings me to one of the things I'm most excited for about the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I really hope that they implement it in some fashion. A multiplayer mode. Now, I don't mean in a PvP sense, but in a PvE sense. Now, let me set the scene for you. You and your friend, either locally or online, are playing two different characters whilst fighting the Guardian Scorpion at the start of the game. Cloud is prioritising his magic abilities, and Barret is maintaining a stream of bullets, together bringing down this 8-legged mechanical creature. Imagine that you and your party of friends are walking the town of Midgar together, trying to not look too conspicuous as a terrorist organisation, or perhaps taking a little holiday in Costa del Sol and find Hojo just relaxing on the beach, decked out in his lab coat. If that doesn't excite you, then think about this for a moment. Imagine you could go back in time and play Final Fantasy VII with your friend, experiencing it for the first time together. Imagine that new players around the world could experience this breathtaking, emotional story together as they journey to save the planet. Now, I'm not sure whether having the ability to queue for random players to join your party is a good or bad thing. It might give some inexperienced players, who may or may not have any online friends, an option for someone to play with them through a difficult boss battle. It could also ruin someone's experience, given the troll-type nature of the internet itself. All I can hope for is the ability to play the game with some friends, perhaps with some of you, and experience this game with other people. This is, of course, if Square Enix sees the potential for such a thing and implements it. I suppose only time will tell, and who knows, maybe it's something they announce with the upcoming news. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments below, or whether it's just a stupid idea. Thank you for watching, bye!